All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Monday night. It's the end of a long weekend. Hopefully everybody had a good time, Easter weekend. And welcome to tonight's coverage of the touring cars. It's the British Touring Car Series tonight from Snetterton. My name is Alan Patterson, and I'm joined in the booth tonight by my good friend Sus van der Westhuizen. Sus, how are you?
Hello, Alan. Hello, everybody. I'm doing fine, thanks. Yourself?
All good, all good. Hope you had a good long weekend, and yeah, I could do with some more. So I'm on leave and I'm enjoying myself, so I don't feel bad and having a nice break. Yeah.
To the rest of us, it's likely back to the grind tomorrow. Although I would fully expect half of my team to not be present because of this long weekend.
I'm sure, but it'll be a short 4-day week, so. Right, we're as I say, we're at Snetterton tonight. It's round 7 and 8. We've just passed the halfway mark in the touring car series. The All British Series, 2021.1 season. Snetterton, and next up will be Croft and then Cadwell Park. Two more awesome tracks coming up. But tonight we've got coverage from this, a rather tricky track, which has also just been released as a lot of people will know into the Assetto Corsa Competizione DLC pack. So everybody should have a lot of experience, yeah?
Yeah, it's. I haven't driven this in ACC just yet.
Oh, yes.
But it's lovely to see these British tracks making it onto the other games. Well, into ACC now as well.
Yes, exactly. As we see the cars pile out in the start of quali, but yes, I agree, Sas. It's great to see the GT following in the UK is an extremely highly supported series, and a lot of the classic tracks that they do race on, which we are now getting to see in ACC and mod tracks which are available here in AC. So the guys will have a lot of fun on this track, which is used for a couple of the rounds for the British Touring Car Series.
Yeah, it's and something that was very interesting that one of the developers of ACC said. People were complaining that these British tracks are so bumpy. They're not made for the GT3 cars, which are so dependent on having a stable aero package.
Yeah.
And he said there's a big reason for including tracks like this into the calendar. And it forces manufacturers to not just make their cars as stiff as possible,
yes,
because they're now forced to think about the fact that they'll have to have a car that's compatible with this track.
Yeah, and got a working suspension and functional suspension system. Excellent. All right, so here we go with start of quali. Going to give you the usual for tonight, our track weather. Clear day today, as you can see. A couple of clouds around. It's a 15-degree ambient temperature, high 17, low of 13, and track temp should be between 16.8 and 19 degrees. Slight 5-kilometer wind from the northern side. The track map is the full version of Snetterton 300 as it's known. The shorter version at the Montreal hairpin normally cuts straight across to the Williams curve and down the back of the Bentley straight, so it cuts out the whole inside section of the track. This they run in the full length of the track, so we should have a good racing. It's a long lap and the guys do need to do a bit of work and keep their focus up. It features a number of different types of corners: sharp, fast, sweeps, kinks, etc, etc.
I just had a chuckle at the one corner's name, Bomb Hole.
Bomb Hole. Yeah,
so now we can say they're bombing it up the inside of Bomb Hole.
Oh, well done. Good one there, Sass. I'll give you 10 out of 10 for that. Yeah, you know, there's a depression in that part of the track, and if it's due to a bomb that went off back from World War II, who knows? Probably, but it's known as Bomb Hole. Alrighty, so before the times come up on the screen, we're going to go to our quick lap around the track. Thanks and courtesy to our on-track driver and other commentator, Nick Hodgson. So bear with me while I line that up and I'll fire that off now. I'll try to. Where did next video go to?
Did you forget to download it, perhaps?
I did download it. It's supposed to be where it normally is. I actually can't find it. It doesn't seem to be here. So I'm going to say no to the video for tonight. It's not where it should be. So we'll stick with the racing for now. Sorry about that. I do not know where the video is, but bear with me. I will take this opportunity though to welcome everyone to the YouTube channel. So we got a huge 30 people already on board. Welcome to the usual Dirkie Swanepoel's there, Tommy Leary Moss, Hilton's Gaming, how's it? Sean Prinsloo, Nicky Pearson's there, shouting for Janneman Prost tonight. Endrin, how's it, buddy? Shouting for Point Blank. Malose Sebata. He's shouting for, he's saying hello to his ma, his pa, hello Book, hello Tunnies, hello commentators.
Well, hello there to everybody.
Hey Malose. Ryan Hill's there. Ivan Karamaker, he's there shouting for Leech Racing, and Ruben Kruger, Javan Oosthuizen, Johan VDV also shouting for Janneman and the Sim Stuff Racing. Welcome, guys. Right, so just under 10 minutes to go, 9 minutes 40, and at the moment we've got Mr. Ross Bartle, 152.5. I will actually put quickly on the screen the HLQ time. So Ross was a 152 flat, as you can see. In HLQ he held pole with the usual Nick Hodgson, Rian Oberholzer, James Leach, Charles Wilkin, Kieran Patterson, Rainier Leach, Brett, Matthew Boy and Adrian Null being the top 10. That going from 152 to 153.7, so 1.7 seconds for 10 cars, and in total...
You mean 1.2 seconds?
1.2, I beg your pardon. And down to 155, 50 through 4, 5, so 3 seconds for 22 cars. So should be some good racing here tonight, gents.
I mean, this is what this track is made for.
Exactly.
The cars, the track, this is a match made in heaven. I did read some interesting insight into why the corner is named Bomb Hole, but I'll not repeat that. I had a bit of a chuckle when I read through that just now.
Yep. So we're busy hunting now for who's on quick laps. Charles Wilkins just finished his. He is on a 153.1, currently in second place. Rian Oberholzer, he is currently, well, he was 2/10 up as he went through the hairpin. So we'll follow him round, and there he starts going into positive delta. He's pretty much on his bubble at the moment. Kieran Patterson in one of the only two Fords on the track, currently in fourth place, a 153.3. Adrian Null, there he is for GB Truck Bodies and Trailers, and he is the quickest of the Toyotas. So we currently have BMW, Alpha, Ford, Toyota, and then we've got Rainier Leach and James Leach in 6th and 7th in their Alphas just behind. So a good mix on this track, Sas.
Definitely. I'm quite keen to see what is happening in tonight's race. It's been a highly debated topic, the BOP that we have right here, and it's something that I mean, we're likely going to have quite a bit of data to pour over after the series.
Yes.
To try and figure out what else to do. Hopefully we can get some insight into where we can make tweaks that will help balance things a little more.
Agreed. We're just watching Rainier Leach. He's a little up on his delta, and here he comes through probably the trickiest corner through Nelson just after the bridge, and this is now the approach to Bomb Hole, which is this little indentation down through the bomb hole. It's a quick, fast right-hander sweep, and then this long right-hander Coram which then leads up to a very sharp left onto the main straight, which is known as Murray's. And Rainier Leach just loses his delta time on that last corner, so he'll stay 6th at the moment. Wesley Ferrand pops up into 8th, a 154.1 in his Audi. Who else is on a quick lap? Can you see anyone up on a delta?
Not right now. I'm clicking through people that jumped back to pits.
Sean Bingham's very close to his delta in his Toyota. He's just gone through the hairpin, so he's just started a lap, and he's currently 1/10 down, but that could pick up. We'll see how he goes just now. Ross Bartle looks like he went quicker, 152.4 with 5 minutes 40 seconds left on the clock. And Sean is right there, he's there or thereabouts, and now he goes into a positive delta, so we'll follow him around. Ryan Hill saying Murray's corner is after Murray Walker apparently, so that's nice to know.
There's a bunch of corners named after British people in the motor, well, in the racing industry.
That's true.
Hamilton,
yep.
Brundle. I can't remember what else I saw. Unfortunately, I don't know the corner names by heart, and it's something I wish I can work on in the future.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of tracks, so to remember all of them, it's not easy. I mean, I know my local tracks, you know, and Kyalami and stuff, but I don't know many others, to be fair. Sean Bingham is up here almost 3/10 as he goes through Bombhole, so he's going to improve on his time, as you see Brett Krokamp going up to 9th, and Rian Oberholzer now bumps up into 2nd, goes past Charles Wilkins, so Rian does a 152.7. Sean Bingham is now 4/10 up. Here we go. He's going to go up from 13th to... where'd he go? 9th.
Great
stuff.
He's put in a very decent lap there.
That's a good lap.
And as Rian starts his next lap, he's losing it again now.
Yeah.
He was 3/10 up on his delta.
It's
looking like this main straight. If you don't get a good exit there out of the last corner, you can really lose a lot of time on your next lap.
Yeah, agreed. Wimpy de Beer for OC Breweries as he starts his first lap. Further down, we've got Janeman Price. I think he's just come out of the pits. He has. So he's about to go around for his outlap. Some Stuff Racing. Nice looking Audi. Shiraz Dade in one of the Hondas here tonight, and Shiraz is up 2.5 so we'll follow Shiraz with his heavily tinted windows. RC Fanatics, and he carries his delta through as he's in the middle of the second sector. Little tricky kink there, and then a very sharp double right-hander onto the long back straight. And he's still up on his delta, so this could be a good lap for Shiraz, currently in 17th, as we see Nick Hodgson go up into 3rd place. Charles Wilkins now dropped down 2 places to 4th. Nick 152.8, chasing Ross and Rian Oberholzer. So Shiraz still 2/10 up as he comes down in his Honda. Under the bridge, hard on the brakes, locking up the left, outer left, goes round and heads towards the bomb hole, and he is 4/10 up, so he's carrying good pace into the final sector here. The great Dunlop blimp up in the air, as you can see there. Shiraz ran a bit wide into the braking zone. Oh, and he bumps. He's gone very far out of bounds. That's the end of that lap.
That's invalidated that
He
lap.
was fast though.
The question is, he needs to get, and that's the problem now. He can't go out for another lap.
No, that's it. He's cooked it. So he's that's him at 18th position. Yassine Manuel just about to start a quick lap in his Honda. He is currently down at the back of the grid, 22nd. Yassine having got into Div 1, so he's doing well, and one of 2 Hondas up into Div 1 race. And he starts, as you can see already, he left his braking late, he's run wide. Okay, he's okay. He's alright.
he's alright, just managed to keep hold of it.
Yeah. Street Fighter livery on this Honda. So let's see how Yassine gets round and if he can improve. I see Dirk Brandt just going up into 15th place with the 154.3. Oh dear, and Yassine's driven off the track, so I think he's that's him out. Ross Bartle goes quicker. A 152.1 in the dying moments.
Wasn't it him that put up a 152 dead?
Yeah, he's
in HLQ.
He's top in HLQ, 152 flat, and he does a 152.1. Yeah, you can see him just sliding the beam around the hairpin and heading through the first sector. Looking to maybe try and go quicker. This is Palmer, which should be named after Jonathan Palmer. He's a racing driver. Okay, he's dropping down a little bit. Agostini, well, there's only one man, that's Giacomo Agostini. He was a MotoGP driver from the 60s, by the way. Sus. Thought I'll just let you know.
Unfortunately, I've not watched a lot of MotoGP.
Okay.
It still baffles my brain how they can stay on the motorcycle going at that speed exactly. And leaning so much.
True. Right, watching Ross as he gets onto the back straight. He's starting his third sector and he's pretty much on his delta bubble, so he can still improve this lap. Looking for anybody else. Matthew Boy goes into 10th, a 154.0. And Ross cuts that fine as he goes through Nelson, the sharp right-hander kink heading towards bomb hole, and he's up by 1/10. This might put him at a 152.0, sus.
Ooh, that will be a sight to see. Maybe even a sub 52.
Oh, if he gets that last corner dialed. He does. He's 2/10 up. This is going to be a sub 52, people.
I did not think that I would see this.
Wow, 151.910. He's officially gone quicker than his HLQ time. That was impressive, Ross. Okay. That's overtime. So who else is on a lap? Rian, he is 1.5 tenths down as he comes through the final sector. Nick Hodgson in third place. Oh, he's up 3 tenths as he comes down the back straight. Let's see if Mr. Hodgson can improve in his time from third place. This will put him into second if he can carry this all the way around. Brundle corner. And then hard on the brakes for Nelson, round that kink, and he carries 2/10 through there into the bomb hole. So Nick's doing well here.
I can only imagine that dip must not be a fun dip to take in a motorcycle.
Yeah, no, it's even in ACC you got to kind of lift, let it bite and grip up, and then you get on it. It's fast, but it's yeah. Nick's carrying 1.5 tenths here, so Nick's going to improve, I think.
And it might be enough.
It is.
Yeah, it's just enough so that he can slip into second.
52.7.
Him and his teammate find themselves on pole and second.
Yeah, heel and toe on the front row of the grid. It's a complete lockout tonight. Anybody else still on a quick lap? No, that's it. Time's up. Right, there we go, peeps. We'll be back shortly. We're going to go for a quick ad break, yeah? Alrighty, we're back with you as we look at the front row of the grid. Heel and toe, lockout, second place, second row we've got a Rian Oberholzer in the dark of the Alphas with Charles Wilkin next to him in the white and green car. And third row of the grid you've got Kieran Patterson in the yellow Ford, and next to him it's Adrian Nell in the Toyota. So a good mix of manufacturers on the first three rows. Behind there you can see OC Breweries and everyone's flashing their lights. There's Oberholzer flashing his lights in row 5 down at the back. Right, we're at 10 seconds. Here we go.
Okay. Lights are starting to come up. It's all red.
It's all red. It's all green.
Drop
Let's
the
go.
clutch, and away they go.
And the BMs have just taken
Those
off.
BMs pull away so fast on the on the start. Oh, they're going two abreast
side by side.
one.
They're racing, and the whole field comes through turn one. Well done. Bit of change going on at the back. Oh yes, I think that's a Odin Racing that's had a spin. I think it's Brent Lindsay Ray who's gone off.
Yeah.
He's back on and going. But here we go. We've got the two. We've got Ross Bartle from Nick. Then we've got Rian Oberholzer up into third. Charles Wilkin fourth. Adrian Nell in fifth with Kieran Patterson in sixth. So pretty much how they were lined up on the grid, that's how we are.
Ross is immediately pulling away slightly there from Nick, it seems.
Yeah. Going a little bit back to Adrian Nell, who's all over the back of Charles Wilkins Alpha. Adrian Nell pushing in the Toyota, GB Truck Bodies and Trailers Toyota. And just behind him, there's the first of the Fords, Kieran Patterson, then Leach, James Leach, and then Renier Leach. Yeah, they come down the back straight. Oh, and we've got Rian Oberholzer looking up the inside of Nick.
Oh, he's absolutely flying. I don't... Oh,
That's...
I was...
Oh, dear. Charles and
Nick,
the Toyota.
Nick keeps it together.
Wow. Okay, so Charles Wilkin got collected a little bit with the Toyota of Adrian Nell. He has got going, but he's dropped back 3 or 4 places. So Ross has got through. Nick comes through in second. Rian in third. Then we've got Adrian Nell in the Toyota fourth. We've got James Leach who's gone past Kieran Patterson into fifth. And behind him, Renier Leach, Krokamp, Wesley Ferrant and Charles Wilkin in 10th.
Yo, Leach got such a good drive there out of the last corner. He just flew past Nell.
James Leach, yep, up into 4th place. Hard on the brakes for the hairpin. Everyone braking hard. Bingham going up the inside of Charles Wilkin into the hairpin. So hopefully I expect to see Charles doing a drive back from where he is at the moment.
Definitely, and it's still very early in the race, so the next heat will be a reverse top 10 grid. So the top 10 finishers will be reversed for the starting order of the next race. So
exactly,
Bingham is currently sitting in a relatively comfortable position, but it's so early in the race. I'm sure he's going to be pushing hard, and Wilkin will be trying his best to get back up the field, gain some points,
yep.
And if not, at least secure that 10th position so that he can get onto pole for the next race.
We're currently in car with Rian Oberholzer down the back straight, looking at the back of Nick Hodgson, the point black toe and heel, or heel and toe, as they go under the bridge, hard onto the brakes through Brundle, and then the right-hander through Nelson, down towards the bomb hole.
So much faster on the straights for some reason.
Yeah?
I mean, he's constantly pushing right up to almost next to Nick on Brundle.
See, Charles Wilkins got back past Sean Bingham.
Ah, yes.
So Charles in his Alpha is busy driving back, and next up in front of him will be Wesley Ferrant for Odin Racing in the Audi. Everyone pretty much single file now, sorted themselves out. Down at the back, I've just seen Janneman Price do a little move. He is currently in 18th. Melvin Coase in 17th, just ahead of him. Brent Lindsay Ray, unfortunately, at the back of the grid. He was off on the first corner, and he's coming up the back, up the main straight now, and busy trying to catch up to everyone.
Yeah, he got going in at the back of the pack, though. I'm
Yes.
not sure why he is so far behind.
Yeah, maybe another spin somewhere due to the spin. You know, the tires being hot. And
Yeah.
Right. So coming into the second sector now, we're on the inside complex of this track, and Rian Oberholzer's right under the wing of Nick Hodgson, and looking for an attack somewhere. If he carries this pace up the long straight, there's going to be another attack as they go under the bridge. Here we go. Onto the long back straight now.
This is where the mental games start coming into play.
Yes.
Nick can do a lot to just park his car on the apex a bit, but then it might give Ryan the opportunity to push for the next corner, get the better exit. And I mean, he's flying down that straight.
Yeah,
he's gaining a bit of time and just not getting alongside.
Oh, further back, I saw that.
James Leach and
Adrian Nell again. So, and Kieran flying over some. So Adrian Nell's having a bad time in his Toyota at the end of that straight, and he flies over the curbing.
Almost overturning that car.
Yeah, he was up in the air there. I saw it actually. Actually going to just do a replay of that, because if you watch in the top of the screen, you'll actually see him flying over the curves. Let's just get the replay to load. Here it comes. Yeah, we'll see it. There he flies. Wow, yeah, he got a little bit of airtime there for sure. Alright, back live. Adrian Nell settling down now in 8th, but he's got Scholl all over the back of him, and Scholl's going to want to take that position. He's already got past Wesley Farrant in the Audi. We're going to stick with Scholl for the moment, because he's the man on the move, yeah?
Yeah, he's putting down some good laps, working his way back up. Although, wasn't it him and Nell who got together in the first lap? So
yeah,
there might be a bit of shoulder rubbing waiting for us.
Exactly. Just jumped up ahead. Kieran Patterson looking up the inside of James Leach, but he's fallen in behind him, and Renier Leach just behind Kieran Patterson. So it's an Alpha Ford Alpha sandwich here as they go down the onto the back straight. But we'll see how Scholl Wilkins' progress is. Oh, he's a little bit of ways off the back of Adrian Nell, so I think he's more defending now at Scholl Wilkin, at least at Wesley Farrant at the moment. Up in the front, Rian Oberholzer, half a second now off the back of Nick, so he's not dropping off, but he is the gap slowly increasing. But these three are driving away.
Yeah, and this is likely also the point where your tires start showing some troubles here and there, so you have to start thinking about adjusting your driving style slightly.
Kieran Patterson, sorry man, Kieran Patterson did the move. He's got past James Leach, so Kieran up to 4th, but James Leach wanting to get back at him, so we're going to follow with James as they go over the main straight. They're side by side.
Really good run there. But he's on the outside. I'm not sure if he'll be able to make it stick. Oh, he just makes it stick.
Right around the outside, but Kieran's still on the inside for the hairpin. Oh, Kieran breaks. Oh.
Keeps it together nicely. James running slightly wide. I think that might have registered a cut warning for him.
Well, he's keeping his foot in it, so Kieran falls back in behind him. These guys having an awesome dice, but Renier's coming to join the party behind them. Kieran now back up the inside again for the next hairpin. Oh, this is good racing.
Oh, Kieran drifting wide there beautifully to block off any potential moves that James is going to.
And Adrian Nell in the background's just dropped 4 positions in his Toyota. He got hung out to dry on that hairpin, and he's dropped back down to where is he? 12th place.
Yeah, so he was in 8th, I think, with Scholl walking right behind him.
Right, Kieran's trying to get away from James Leach now as they go down the back straight. We'll watch these 4 cars coming down towards down the Bentley straight.
Top 3 leading by almost more than 10 seconds already.
Well, these guys are dicing for position, so it's not helping their racing, their laps. Oh, Wesley came screaming in his Audi. Red Crowcump is nicely up into 7th place, also for the Heel and Toe Grumpy Monkey team, and he's on the back of Renier Leach. So there's a whole lot of racing here, as Scholl is also coming to the party and joining these 4. Looking back, we got a car running wide onto the main straight. I think that was Stefan Herbst.
Yeah, he's just fallen back one position.
Adrian Nell's passed him, so that's happened. Let's look further down the field. Dirk Brunt in his Martini Alpha on the outside of
Matthew Boyd.
Matthew Boyd has just gone through, and Dirk Brunt had to lift there, which has let everybody catch it. Oh dear. Somebody's driven into the back of Dirk, but they stopped. Who was that? That's Stefan Herbst again. Stefan Herbst in his...
I think Stefan actually spun out. I'm not sure what exactly happened going into the air. I saw him spinning towards the side and then falling back with all the cars passing.
Just looking at the gaps, Koos and De Beer position change. So Melvin Koos having a nice drive back for SRA in his Alpha, and he's just passed Wimpy De Beer for OC Racing, the Brewers, and he moves up into 14th, Wimpy in 15th. Waldo Swiggers in 16th, just behind Wimpy De Beer, also for OC Racing. So what's that? 4 people in that team in Div 1. It's a powerful little team.
I mean, if you're contending for a championship based on teams, that is the way to do it. Make sure you get your team into Div 1.
Adrian Null, I'm just jumping to 11th place. He is very close on the back of Sean Bingham. So Adrian Null again trying to come back up the field. He's very quick in his Toyota, but he makes these little mistakes now and then, and it just he goes backwards.
Although I think he just got a really good drive there, so he might be able to capitalize on this sprint.
On the YouTube, Alibi ZA, Sean Weber also shouting for Melvin. How's it? And Ryan's there as they break hard into the hairpin. Oh, position change. Wimpy De Beer and Waldo Swiggers have swapped places. So 15th and 16th OC Breweries swap positions. Ronald Charles and Herbst 18th and 19th changing positions. Herbst is in a problem somewhere. He's having a drama. Stefan Herbst in the...
He's gone off again
at the hairpin. No. There's a car slowing down.
Childs waited for him. I think he ran into the back end.
Is that Ronald Childs? Yes. Yeah. So Ronald Childs in his Ford, you can see him slow down doing the gentleman thing. So he slowed down and let Stefan Herbst come back. So well done to both of you. And Brent Lindsay Ray's finally got up to the back of the pack here for Team Odin Racing. So well done to Brent.
Yeah, he's still got a long way to go, but as long as he can just keep his head down, laying down some good pace, he should be able to capitalize and gain a few positions before the end of this race.
Exactly. Adrian Null, as they come down the end of the back straight and into Nelson, heading towards Bombhole, and he is right under Sean Bingham's wing.
He's definitely going to be looking at getting that 10th position at least.
Yeah, this is for the proverbial 10th.
Yes, this is for the proverbial 10th. I was doing for a fun race this weekend, and we were chatting about which is worse, finishing 11th or finishing 9th.
Yeah.
So that was ultimately just saw Ferrand going slightly wide there on the main straight.
Okay.
But it boiled down to the fact that because the bottom half of the grid doesn't get reshuffled at the next race, you ideally want to just be 10th or better to get a good start position.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to be in the top 10, but 10th place obviously promotes you to pole for race number 2. Yes. So these two Toyotas having a good race amongst themselves.
Yeah. Adrian was taking a really nice tight line there, but it just didn't give him the exit speed to capitalize on an overtake. Oh,
Rian Urbals has just passed Nick, and we missed it. Sorry, guys. So second and third place have just swapped positions. That must have been from far back, because when I looked just now, he was still 6/10 behind Nick, and now he's just passed him. So it was in the middle sector of the track, and Nick is driving back to try and catch him. Ross up the road here by 3 seconds already, as you can see. So
I think that's going to make for some exciting racing in the next race.
Yes.
Ross gets put into 10th.
Let's see how much better control Nick has in the BM over the Alpha. These two very quick cars. And and we'll also see what happens in the test races that we're going to have to see if it affects the BOP settings and the performance afterwards. Right, onto the start-finish straight, and Rian Oberholzer now trying to gap away from Nick, but Nick's hanging in there. He's only 4/10 off the back. Bian gets good drive onto the main straight. Well, that 4/10 is now 2/10. In fact, he's right there. So if Nick can carry pace around this corner, he's going to be up his inside. Oh, Nick slides the BM and has to lift.
Not enough. I think Nick has previously mentioned that the BMer's wheel tires start going off at the 15-minute mark.
Okay.
And
which is pretty much right where we are.
That's pretty much right where we are, which also then explains why Rian was able to get past him so late in the race.
Jumping back to James Leach, Kieran, James Leach, Rainier Leach up into 6. Crocom's gone back one, but Charles Wilkin is trying to get past him. Charles Wilkin in the Alpha, closing in, as is Wesley Ferrant in the Audi for Odin Racing. Jeandre Liebenberg on the YouTube, hello. Okay, we're going to, we got to change. Brent Lindsay Ray is going past the guys at the back. So look, Brent's coming through the pack here.
He's definitely, and that's something I really like to see from drivers.
Yes.
He had a terrible start.
Yes.
Fell back by about 8 seconds, and he's managed to drive that back to get back into the pack. And it now means that, he just gets overtaken.
Yeah, Stefan Hoops threw it down the inside there.
Yeah, in the next race, he can still try and contend for a good position. The race isn't over until it's over.
Agreed.
Lots can happen until the end.
And it's an important thing that we try and recommend and suggest to all the drivers here at SimRace South Africa about, you might have an off on lap 1 and go all the way to the back of the grid. It's the beginning of the lap, guys. Turn the car around and drive back. Do your best. You're here to race. You're not here to have a crash and then disconnect and rage quit and all of that kind of stuff. Rather, you're here to race the car. Shiraz.
It's also speaking about developing racecraft.
Yes.
If you're used to being fast, you're a good hot lapper, and you know that you can get onto pole, and then lead the race from start to end. That proves that you're quick. But being able to
drive back.
Drive back from
exactly.
From error, and prove and develop that skill, knowing that I made a mistake, but let me keep my head down, make the best of this situation.
And recover. Correct.
There's a lot to learn there for newbies. I know I've done one rage quit, but I was really worried that I was going to ruin someone else's race at that stage.
Okay.
But I'm really Shiraz just losing control there a bit.
Sorry, man. I'm watching Null, who is he's got past Bingham, and Ferrant has gone past Wilkin.
So Wilkin is now going to be defending against Null again, as it was, I think, the start of
exactly. So with 2 minutes, just under 1.5 minutes to go, it's getting close here at 10th. Null currently in the 10th spot, which will be pole for race 2. And wow, if he starts in pole, he might get a run on the whole field and go flag to flag there.
That might be the case. Looking at where the leaders are right now, they're coming onto the pit straight right now. So there's 1 lap left.
Yep. And it looks like Rian Oberholzer has managed to gap Nick Hodgson. So that's first, second, and third settled by the looks of things.
They're doing quite similar times. Nick is doing a lap time just 300ths of a second slower than Rian.
Melvin Goos down in 14th place. He's having a huge dice here. Dirk Brandt and Melvin Goos, they're next to each other. Literally. Waldo Swiggers going up the inside.
Swiggers, yeah.
He throws it up the inside and takes the position. So Waldo goes up into 14th. Melvin drops back one. Braking onto the hairpin, and Melvin locks it up.
Just locks it up.
Got that on full. Sorry. Just further back, Janneman Price and Wimpy de Beer, 16th and 17th. Janneman half a second on the back of Wimpy and looking to try and improve his time.
Alan, can you comment on how good Melvin's reactions were there?
Yeah.
It's so often that as a beginner you lock up and you try to continue making the turn.
Yes.
Not thinking, not realizing that the person in front of you is going to turn in front of you and you're gonna hit them.
Exactly.
He had the frame of mind there to just turn to the left and make sure that he can get out.
Avoid the contact. Correct.
Okay, so Ross Bartle coming up to the last corner now.
Yeah, we're covering him as he turns through Murray's, and here comes Ross. So pretty much start to finish for Ross with Rian Oberholzer coming over in second place, and he had to fight for that because he went past Nick, and Nick taking third. Then it's a long 15 and a half seconds back to Kieran Patterson, who is still coming around onto the start-finish straight now. So Kieran bringing the Ford up into fourth place. Rainier Leach has passed James.
Whoa.
So,
only in the last bit there.
Wow. So James, I've got James in 5th, Rainier 6th, and Brett Crocump. So that's 5th, 6th, and 7th. And the rest of the field, Shoal Wilkin coming in 9th, Adrian Nell in 10th.
So that's pole for him next.
So Adrian Nell finishing 10th, he will start on pole position, correct. Alright, let's take a quick breather. We're going to go to another ad break and we'll be back for race number 2. Right, we're back, and so Sass, what did you think of that, buddy?
Oh no, I thought this was quite the race. Lots of intense action. It was impressive seeing the top three. Just the sheer pace difference they had with the rest of the field. I mean, that was a 15-second gap, which is it was only over a course of 11 laps. That's really impressive in my view. And we're switching over to the next race, so everybody needs to start getting ready, make sure they have their setups loaded correctly, do some final fuel tweaks if they need to, but hopefully everything will be hunky-dory and they can just continue as they were in the first race. So in terms of grid,
Adrian Nell on pole,
followed by Shoal Wilkin and then Wesley Ferrant.
Wow.
With Brett Crocump next to him, then Nick Hodgson in 7th, Rainier Leach in 8th, James Leach in... Sorry, I'm reading the wrong values here. I've lost count.
Listen, what's important here is you've got Adrian Nell and Shoal Wilkin on the front row. Turn 1 and 2, the hairpin is going to be hectic.
Especially also with the BMWs now sitting behind them, because those Beamers are quick off of the line. It's going to be an intense turn 1 and hairpin, I think.
Exactly. And who's the closest there? I think it's Brett Crocump. He's in 3rd next to Wesley. So then it's the 2 Alphas back in 3rd place. Rainier and James Leach. Kieran Patterson, Rainier, beg your pardon, Rian Oberholzer, then Ross Bartle, Sean Binger, Matthew Boy, and further back. Lights are on, here we go.
Oh, the adrenaline when these lights start coming on.
We're going to focus on Shoal Wilkin and see how they get round the track, the first couple of corners. Go, go, go!
Oh, so much movement, but everybody getting off the line. Oh, and there's already a BMW pushing through.
Yep. It's Brett Crocump, the BM showing how quick it pulls off. Shoal managed to get a jump and going defensive.
Line. This is someone
Ooh.
going very wide there. That was a lag incident. I think I saw them going into the ground.
It was Nick Hodgson. Oh, there's been a big turnaround further back in the field. We're not going to go back there. We're just going to watch these guys. So it's Wilken from Nell, from Crowcamp, from Wesley Ferrant, from Leach, Bartle, and yeah, Nick Hodgson had a huge problem somewhere. So he's gone to down in the field. I think... I can't even keep up with all the chopping and changing further back. But
there's a lot. I see Kieran is less than 2/10 behind Rian Oberholzer for 7th position there.
Yep, they're pretty much single file here as they all go through sector 2 onto the long back straight. And Scholl's gapping it. He's got a half a second up the road from Null already, but Crowcamp is right under the back wing of Null here. Oh,
these long straights really favor if you can get a good exit and making sure you get that top end speed so you can pull the gap if necessary.
Nice clean racing.
Lots of clean.
Yep.
Everybody coming clean through Bartle, so that's a good start to this race.
And Null is right under the back of Wilkins' wing now as they come onto the start finish line. That's it, first lap done and dusted. Pretty much okay for the top 10, I think. Nick definitely having a problem. And where is our race leader, race winner?
Race winner, Ross Bartle is in 6th position.
Oh, there he is. So Ross up into 6 already and coming.
Yeah, he's definitely putting foot down to try and claw his way back.
Right, he's looking at the back of Rainier Leach and hard on the brakes with Rian Oberholzer right behind him. So we're going to stick with Rian Oberholzer here because I think there's going to be some chances taken here by these guys.
Bartle is between a rock and a hard place.
Definitely.
Trying to position and then defend his current position.
Rian looking up the inside as they come to the inner field hairpin.
Oh, they're two abreast there.
Oh, hard brakes. Well done, though.
Oh, Ross can't even go for the cutback there.
No.
Very, very wide.
That was a good overtake by Rian Oberholzer, so he's made that stick. And forwards he goes while we see Leach looking up the inside of Ferrant. Oh, he's tagged him.
Up there, but they managed to both keep it going.
And behind, here comes Ross Bartle.
Bartle slips up the inside there. And he's got Rian boxed in.
I'm going to leave the camera on Ross Bartle as they come down this back straight because...
No, he didn't have him completely boxed in. Oh.
Wibbles up the inside of Leach.
It's quite brave going there.
Wow, he runs too deep and there's now they're 3 abreast into the bomb hole. And Ross... Bartle takes both of them and Kieran's coming to join the party now. Ooh. So, Leach and... Wibbolzer fighting each other for position here in the early parts of this second heat. Wow. So Bartle and Ferrant away and going.
I'm very sure that Wibbolzer must be a bit frustrated at himself right now.
Agreed. And right now they're side by side as they go through turn 1.
He gets a really, really good drive through there.
He does. Rainier Leach. Kieran diving up the inside, hard on the brakes for the hairpin. He is on the inside.
It's going to sacrifice the exit speed though. They both kept it going really nicely.
You're right.
It just meant that he didn't have the pace to come back. Ooh, slightly off track there, but getting it back going again. Which now means that Waldo Swiggers will be all over his backside coming up onto the back straight.
Cool. So just having a quick look up ahead, we've got Wilken out by a second from Null, who's out by half a second from Crowcamp. First, second and third pretty much static. Behind them, Bartle already up into 4th place. So he's passed Ferrant in the Audi and he's going. Rian Oberholzer in 6th with Leach, Patterson and Swiggers 7th and 8th respectively.
Have we had someone win both races in this series?
No, we have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, on the back straight, Rian Oberholzer and Wesley Ferrant. Rian swerving left and right.
just not able to make it stick. Yeah, quickly going back to the YouTube chat there, I see people talking about console versus PC for sim racing, and it's definitely one of the selling points for Assetto Corsa for me on PC is just the sheer volume of mods out there that you can use. It's not as easily usable, or I'm not even sure if it's usable on console.
Good point, yeah. I'm also not too sure. Ross Bartle does a quickest lap, a 1:53.2, so Ross is driving the BMW into the ground, and he is now on the back of his teammate Brett Crocump in for third and fourth.
And Rian makes the overtake stick on Ferrand there.
So Rian's gone through and up into fifth place. Looking up ahead, Null still hanging on to that 1 second gap off the back of Scholl Wilken, who's leading, but it's Ross Bartle who's on the move, and Nick Hodgson also on the move down in 12th. He's just past Yassine Manuel, so Nick is busy driving back from his dramas on the first lap.
Here is the only thing that I'm noticing now, though.
Yes.
Brett Crocump and Ross is teammates technically. They're both racing for point blank.
Yes.
I'm wondering if we're seeing some team orders play out.
No.
Ooh, look at that! That's a lift. That's a lift there.
I don't think so. I think Ross just got a better drive there. I mean, they're going flat sticks. They're side by side. There's no team orders here. It's racing.
Okay. But it does mean that Crocump can do his best to defend and hold up Rian right now.
Yes, that'll definitely be his job. We're going to keep the camera on Rian Oberholzer as he comes round Coram, the big long right-hander, and then the hard braking through Murray's onto the start-finish straight. And yeah, Rian Oberholzer's right there now. He's going to want to get past Crocump quickly. Further back, just behind them, we're seeing Ferrand with Leach and Patterson as they come up the straight. And here comes Oberholzer. He's looking up the inside into turn one. He's up the inside into turn one on the curbs.
Just not able to make it stick. Very, very good driving there from Crocump, managing to stay away from hitting Rian on the inside. Ooh, look at that, just parking it on the apex, forcing Rian to slow down going through the hairpin there.
He got good drive through that corner. He's going to have a dive down the inside of this hairpin for sure. This is where he's done most of his overtakes, Rian. He's quick through here. He went past Ross through here just now. And it's done and dusted. Off he goes, chasing Ross. So Rian up into fourth, Crocump down to fifth. Wesley in the Audi is having a whole bunch of pressure from the Alpha of Rainier Leach and the Ford of Kieran Patterson.
Oh, closely followed by Kieran there.
Yeah.
See some position changes. Looks like Matthew Boy had an issue back down in 19th. He's lost a bunch of positions there.
And Brent Lindsay Ray again. Guys are answering you on the YouTube saying there are no mods for the console.
Yeah. Nick in 12th position. Basically under the wing of Dirk Brandt there.
Oh, yep. Yeah, we catch them as they come through Nelson and head towards Bombhole. And Nick doing exactly what we discussed earlier. He had a moment and a drama on lap one. He went farming, got back on the track, and he's driving back as best he can. The recovery drive to get points for the team. That's what it's about.
I'm really curious what this man's heart rate is like during the race.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's able to keep very calm and collected. Looking at the way he drives and all of the other races I've seen him in.
Oh, Kieran and Leach, they're bumping each other. Leach hit Kieran on the side through turn one. Kieran went wide and managed to come back onto the track. We're going to just show that on the replay here. They were side by side going over the start-finish line. Rainier up the inside. Kieran tried to close the door and Rainier drove into the side of him and tapped him for good measure. Anyway, we'll see how that pans out as Kieran carries on. Going up again to Ross Bartle now, who is closing in on the back of Mr. Null with just under 10 minutes to go. Ross is driving this race for the win, Sus. Let me tell you that right now.
And I'm also seeing that it seems like Charles Wilkins' lead is slowly deteriorating there.
Yes, but very slowly. I think he's managing it. You know, it was a second, it's now 7/10. I think what's happening as well, Nell is starting to look in his mirror because here comes Ross.
Yeah. Well, Ross as well as Rian.
Exactly.
Rian was behind by about 2 seconds, I think, a lap ago, and he's already brought that down to about 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, with these guys, I think it's the age-old question. It's all very well catching up, but then to overtake, that's another story. And Charles will make that Alpha as wide as a tank.
He definitely has the experience to do so.
He does.
Looking at the times, Ross is doing lap times 4 tenths quicker than Nell and Wilkin in front of him.
Just looking back at Ronald Childs having a huge fight here with Wimpy de Beer and Ronald Childs, and just behind them the Toyotas again. Is my camera change? Oh, it is. Sorry. Yeah, Ronald Childs in his Ford with Stefan Herbst in his Toyota. 18th, 19th respectively, and they're
also making a move in the hairpin before the back straight and getting the clean overtake done.
It's the same place he passed Ross earlier.
Yeah.
He's definitely got that taped. And oh, look at this now. They're all closing in on Charles. So Null is now feeling the pressure and he's closed up completely. Either Wilkin had a moment or they're all just going quicker. But here's all four. This is for the lead.
7 minutes and 20 seconds to still go. So there's still a lot that can happen.
Look at Bartle.
Bartle did get a really good run out there, but I don't think he has the position to make the overtake stick.
Oh, Charles had a huge moment coming in there.
Oh.
He's gone from first to fourth. He didn't get the braking right. And Ross Bartle, that man has got the luck of lucks. He's gone from... Let's look at that replay quickly.
I can almost not believe it. That was crazy. Just close your eyes and...
Unbelievable. So Charles goes in first, comes out fourth. Ross comes in fourth and comes out first. Look at that. Charles hits Adrian Nell and Ross sneaks up the inside of Webberholzer. Unbelievable.
Ooh, yeah. I did see something... Not 100% sure what was that about. I did see Nell flashing his lights at Charles.
Also, yeah. But that was just a matter of here I come or get going kind of thing. But it's happened. Let's go back to Charles because this isn't over here. Charles looking at the back of Nell. So he just, I think Charles was watching in his mirrors as they came under the bridge and completely missed and messed up and locked up his braking point and made contact.
Yeah.
Webberholzer looking all over the back of Ross Bartle. This is not over with just under 5 minutes, just under 6 minutes to go. Rian Webberholzer is pushing Ross flat out.
Yeah, so this is again at that 15-minute mark where I've heard the
tires. Yep. Well, let's see how Ross deals with this. Man, certainly opportunistic. He saw a gap there and went right through it.
Keeping the inside line there.
Jeez, here side by side, down the straight. Oh, if Scholl goes right, Scholl. Rian Webberholzer goes around the outside.
Straight around and
Ross into the bomb hole. Ross into the bomb hole and goes up the inside.
Was there a slight touch there?
Oh, I think there is because he's turned. Oh dear, and Scholl's in the middle of the track. He hit Nell. So Webberholzer is now dropping down 8th, 9th place. Here comes Nick Hodgson. Oh, that was a bad luck moment. We'll have to leave that up to the stewards and any lodged incident reports, and he's
his rear is all over the place.
Jumping up to Null and Wilkin. Oh, through turn 1, they're next to each other.
So close. So I think Null might have the inside line here if he can outbrake him. Will he? No, he.
Oh, Charles just locked up and went left.
Oh,
oh dear.
And we've seen that multiple times in the previous race, where somebody just locks up and swerves to the left.
Well, that happened just now. We were talking about him avoiding contact. Maybe the Alpha just locks on the left first, because there was no reason for him to go left, but he went left, and that's Charles down in 8th, now 9th. Rian Wibbles just went back past Charles for 9th place, so they kind of ended up at the same place on the track again. Oh, shame. I think Charles hating his Alpha right now, to be honest. Oh, Adrian Nell, what is going on here? It's Renier Leach? Yes, Renier Leach couldn't get the car stopped through the chicane, and he's dropped 2 positions. I just saw that.
Close to the end of the race.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be making these mistakes right now.
Well, it's the pressure of touring cars, Sus. That's what it is.
That's close racing everywhere.
Look at Nicholas Hodgson here. I beg your pardon. Brett Crocombe, sorry. All over the back of Adrian Nell, with Wesley Ferrand right there as well. And 3 minutes left to go.
Brett is definitely smelling better than just the 3rd position.
Agreed.
Here. He's seeing there must be an opportunity somewhere. I think looking at the time left, there's likely 2 laps left.
Sorry, I'm just giggling at Hein Racing, shouting for Rian Wibbolts on the YouTube. And as he goes, yes, man, the accident happened. Oh no, spoke too soon. Sorry, Heining Racing. And Jason Holden-Jones is there, obviously also talking about Charles' brake bias issues. Look at this. Sus trying to go left and right and runs off the track, but comes back on and falls in behind Crocombe. So they're all bunching up here behind Null. And this is for 2nd place, eh? Yeah,
no, there's still plenty of battling to happen here, because Kieran Patterson is also in the mix there.
Yeah.
If Null can't take the pressure here, he might stand to lose a lot.
Good racing all evening. This has been excellent. Just changing camera to Wesley Ferrand here, who's right in the middle, and Wesley can't exactly relax, as you say, because Patterson is right behind him. So Kieran also wanting to jump up positions. Further back, Renier Leach recovering after his off, where he dropped 2 or 3 positions. Oh, and
taking it down to the wire.
Right down.
Brent Lindsay Ray seemed to be having a very tough second race.
He is. James Leach down in 20th, also having some issues. Bingham and Dada swapping places. Oh, Wesley Ferrand bouncing the Audi over the curbs. They head into the bomb hole. It's just on a minute to go, so there's going to be 1 lap left. Ross Bartle is gone. 9 seconds up the road, and he has driven back from 10th place back up into 1st place.
So that's what do we call that? That's best in quali. That's race win and race 2 win.
That's a triple header. All 3. You're going to have to have a little chat to the drivers for those who do want to come and chat Sus while I go and organize that other server.
Yeah, I'll have a look. Hopefully Ross comes on and waits for us.
Oh, I tell you what, this four-way is now become a 7-way, as we have Leach, Hodgson and Rian Wibberholzer behind them. Rian and Nick swapping position, swapping paint, mirrors are flying.
Nick managing to get in front there, but can he hold it? Rian goes for the inside line, but just can't get the braking done.
Yeah, no, Nick knew. Oh, and Renier's run deep, but manages to hang on. Nick is running defensive. Rian's looking every which way he can to get past. Now does a send up the inside, but it doesn't happen.
Sure, that car just sticks to the track through that corner. But I think Nick managed to park it just enough to get himself breathing room on the back straight.
Okay,
there.
going up ahead now, looking at Crowcump on the back of Nell.
Will he do it? Will he send it? Doesn't look like he'll be able. Not a lot of opportunities left to get a good run.
Lead on final lap now.
Yeah, so he's coming. He's just gone around the last bend. So Ross takes swerving back and
swerving
forth.
up the straight. So
in the lead,
easy, Mr. Bartle. And let's go and watch what happens behind. What is going on? Yo, Nick!
Nick spun out with Rian sneaking by.
Excellent. Null second, Crowcump third, Ferrand fourth, Patterson fifth, Leach sixth, Wibholzer seventh, Wilkin eighth, Coase ninth, and Nick down to 10th. Whew. There we go. Let's see what else happens. Ronald Childs. Stefan Herb 16th, Matthew Boy 17th, Bingham 18th. Oh, and now it's all fun and games for everyone. Right, I'm going to put the video into countdown. You go and see if you can find anybody.
Okay. I only see Adrian Nell there.
Okay.
No, he's... Okay, Ross is here. I'm pulling him in right now.
Good man.
Hello, Ross Bartle.
How's it?
How was that race, buddy?
The first one was pretty straightforward. The second one we had to fight there a little bit, but I think a bit of carnage by other people managed to get through.
Sure.
Yeah, no, it was an impressive drive. The top three managed to pull away by about 15 seconds in that first race. And then you went from 10th to first position while battling Rian all the way. What was your adrenaline levels like? What were you thinking when you saw, was it not Nell, when you saw Wilkin crash in front of you? What were you thinking? Just put the foot down and go for the gap.
Exactly that, but also try not to crash. I wasn't sure where anyone was going, so when you spin out through that corner and you clip that curb on the inside, you can rock it off anywhere. So yeah, I just needed to be careful there. I hope I didn't give Rian a tap, but I think he got hung up on the curb. That was unfortunate. Otherwise, it would have been a good dice. He was quicker than me. So yeah, happy with the 2 wins.
That was awesome. I mean, that session, you came into that corner 4th and you came out first. That was incredible, man. Just trying to get this other stuff sorted out here, so hopefully you guys will be able to join us shortly.
Perfect. You make the BMW slow.
I have slowed it up a little bit. I have, yes. Good. All right, we'll chat again soon. Sass, are you still there, sir?
I'm still here. I'm quickly trying to look through some messages people had sent.
Cool.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Thanks, Ross.
Okay. Thanks, Ross.
Gosh, I couldn't get out of there for a second. Okay, so I'm going to say that's it from us for tonight. Sass, any last thoughts from your side?
I think barring the BMW so quick off the line, there's still loads of good racing happening on this track. And it's always fun to watch. Hope everybody enjoyed it, and looking forward to seeing everybody at the next race.
Yep, 100%. And from me as well, thanks to everybody on the YouTube channels for joining us tonight. We will see you probably on Wednesday. Division 2 will be a maxed out division. We're combining Div 2 and 3, so yeah, come join us then. But for tonight, that's it. So cheers from me.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye.